Oh, those hackwings. Watch out for them. Hackwings. Oh, we got a crocodile versus hackwing. I think they found a common enemy though.
This looks right. After you, adventurers first.
Oh! Oh, what's this? I can't read it. Alright, adventurers first. Saga of Captain Wereshark Volume 2. What?
Stand back, you swab! You cannot board this vessel until you have satisfied me, the mighty Flicker!
Look out, she's... Mighty Flicker? From the saga of Captain Wereshark? That I did not expect. I'm afraid I only have a cursory knowledge of the Captain Wereshark series. I find adventure stories rather shallow for a genre that professes to explore great depths. Try flipping through that book for inspiration. Or improvise.
What about forcing my way through?
While that would make an extraordinary claim for the game of boasts, the mighty Flicker there is nothing more than an illusion. The ward upon the door you'll find much stronger.
So how do we break the ward?
We don't. Trying to dispel or break it with force would be an undertaking, if not an impossibility. Unlocking it, however, might simply require you to play the part the Guardian expects you to play. And you have the script on hand.
The script?
No need to be so literal, love. It makes for dull lines. The book used in the ritual at that shrine earlier, the saga of Captain Wereshark. That should give you some insight into how the Guardian expects you to respond. Convince it that we belong.
Mighty Flicker? Oh, it's a long one. Once trapped in a sunken barrow, surrounded by a horde of Draugr, and confronted by an ancient undead prince, there were many ways a pirate crew might respond. Mighty Flicker's answer to Prince Valgar's demands was simply the most direct. She strode up to the skull-strewn dais, offered Prince Valgar a mocking grin, and socked him hard enough to knock his flaming crown right off his head. "To battle!" the mighty Flicker shouted. "For glory!" The response from the Wereshark's once cowed crew was immediate. With a chorus of hoots and hollers, the pirates forgot their fear of the undead and laid into the surrounding Draugr with clubs, daggers, and fists. Caught completely flat-footed, the damned dead of Skyrim initially got the worst of it. Unfortunately, Draugr, being no longer alive, are more resilient to clubs and knives than their average bandit. Despite the battering our pirates unleashed, Prince Valgar's horde responded in kind. Garn Feathertoes was the first to fall, even his legendary speed insufficient to evade a hail of arrows. He was followed to the grave by two of the painted cannibals we'd rescued from the Isle of Red Mist. The battle soon turned against us, even as mighty Flicker's great axe split one Draugr after another in twain, and Vimy Lacroix's glowing dagger took eyes, ears, and guts. The Draugr pushed forward, hacking and cackling. Crushed tight in the center of a crew, I raised my own club and prepared for the end. Yet before we could be overrun, the mad mage Naramo unleashed a ring of fire that expanded like a bright orange flower in the morning sun. It burned the nearest Draugr to ash and scattered the rest. "Run, you fools!" Naramo shouted. "To the surface! Bring the treasure!" And bring the treasure we did. Each pirate snatched a handful of whatever they could carry. Gold goblets, candlesticks, all of precious metal or inlaid with precious jewels, and fled up the steps down which we'd come. A massive hulking Draugr barred our way, but Hardscales and his poisoned daggers tore it into a silent rage. As I and the others leapt over the body, the Argonian held the rear guard, but I could see the disappointment on his face. Yet again, a seemingly worthy foe had failed to send him to Sithis. We were almost to the surface when a great shaking filled the dripping halls. It left us stumbling. leading the way as always. Galena Two Scars was the first to spot the danger. The stone door we'd forced open was closing of its own accord. If we found no way to stop it, we'd be trapped in this sunken tomb forever. Yet before the stone door could close, he returned. The captain. One could not fail to recognize his flowing silks, his jaunted crown, and its hoard of colourful feathers. Captain Wereshark now held a bright glowing gem in both hands and shouted words I imagined might be in the ancient Nordic. His haunting intonations mimicked those of Prince Valga. The closing door stone door shuddered, then came to a stop. With cheers of relief, the Wereshark's crew rushed through the open door. Draugr howling on our heels, Mighty Flicker was the last to emerge, and I saw then she carried Garn Feathertoes on her broad back. At first, I did not understand her intent in risking so much. Garn was dead. But then I remembered what Galena Two Scars always said. The Wereshark's crew is a family, and a family leaves no one behind.
Ha! Think you can sail with me, wee one? I've felled giants like trees. I've slapped a dragon around until it got down and licked my hand. I've kicked Molag Bal in the arse once, and he begged me to do it again. Ha ha! Answer me this. Why do we sail?
To find glory in battle.
And there you have it. What worth is booty if it isn't earned? What is a battle if you don't cut a bloody swath through your enemies? We sail for honor, for glory! Now brace yourself, wee one. You face the Argonian next!
The Argonian? Oh.
Will the sea swallow you like so many others?
Hard scales.
The high seas run deeper than any river, filled with the blood of enemies. A challenge awaits you, sailor. Are you prepared to give our journey your all? Or will you wilt like a mushroom in summer? Tell me, speak true. Why do we sail?
To meet Sithis?
I erect the spine of respect. I have fought countless monsters alongside the Wereshark, yet none has ever bested me in battle, much to my regret. One day, I hope, I will meet that which can kill me. Now, face Two Scars, and rejoice in Sithis.
Very well.
Think you have what it takes to join the Wereshark's crew? I doubt it. So, you've impressed the big bear and the hard turtle. So what? I walk in the shadow and sleep in the trees. I drink snake venom and piss honeyed mead. I'm the baddest, sharpest, meanest pirate on the high seas, but I don't sail alone. Why?
Because your crew is your family?
That's right, we're family! Every one of us, from the captain himself to the lowliest swabber of decks, is one big, happy, fierce, terrifying family. No mere crew can hold a candle to us, because we're not a crew, we're blood. Welcome aboard, kin.
Thanks.
Your performance could have used more verve, but it seems the Guardians aren't judging on enthusiasm. Let's head inside.
Unbelievable. I cracked the door open, and she's still criticizing me. Criticizing my performance.
Oriel above. It's Annyce and all the others. They appear to be alive. Let's try waking them.
Dare ye cross sabers with Red Annyce?
Well, if that's Annyce...
Gold. So much gold.
Oh, darling. That's lovely.
Yes. Bring back till more sweet roses.
It's a dream. They're all dreaming. This is no normal sleep. but it's oddly benign for a curse. None of these people appear to be in distress. In fact, they seem to be dozing quite serenely. Some of them have been missing for weeks, yet they show no signs of poor health.
So they're not in any danger?
Not from the spell they're under, no. Though why they were made to sleep and what our mystery stranger intends for them is still very much unknown.
Can we wake them?
I believe so, but I'm not entirely certain we should. Right now, the spell isn't doing any harm, but tampering with it could change that. I'd like to get a better idea how Annyce and the others came under this spell before I start striking it through.
What do you have in mind?
Now that you've rehearsed your role, let's cast you as a pirate in her fantasy. See if you can reach Annyce within her dream and get her to wake up.
I can try.
When you're ready, place a hand on Annyce's forehead and start counting sails.
Look alive! The dead have come for us!
Mighty Flicker.
Sailor, what are you doing wandering around? Get across that gangplank and take the fight to these damn Draugr. If you're worried about Captain Wereshark, don't be. I won't let a single one of those embalmed bastards past me.
I need to find Annyce Favraud.
You mean Red Annyce, the Crimson Shrike? Then you need to head to the thick of it, sailor. As soon as Prince Valker's crew boarded us, she made straight for his throat. Last I saw, she was hounding the cadaver back onto his own ship.
Where is Captain Wereshark?
Below decks, of course, searching for a way to break this cursed calm. It's Prince Valker's work, have no doubt of that. Yet even his foul magics won't tame the crew of the Pale Spirit. The captain will find a way to put the wind back in our sails.
Shambling archers. Take that, punk. Annyce. Oh, still being attacked. Annyce.
If you came to help, you have my thanks. But it's not needed. Looks like Prince Vogger is going down with his ship. Not that the ship is going down, I mean. It's just... you know what I mean.
This is a dream, Annyce. You need to wake up.
What did you... No. I'm Red Annyce, the Crimson Shrike, and I'll skewer any swab who says otherwise.
Trust me, none of this is real.
Stow it, sailor. With Prince Vogger dead, we need to find his treasure. Check his cabin, while I search the rest of the hold. This adventure isn't done until we've secured that treasure. Savvy?
I guess I'll look for Prince Valger's treasure. Hard scales?
Sithis does not require I maintain my knives, but it does make it easier to do their work. You'll have to find your own kills, sailor. These have already been claimed.
Right, I'll be going this way then. The Saga of Captain Wereshark, Volume 3. Out of a popular series of stories surrounding the titular Captain Wereshark and his crew of rogues. Several pages being torn out.
That's it then? Well, let's have a look. Prince Vogger's treasure was a book. Didn't know old Dead Eyes could read. Well, let's get it back to Captain Wereshark. Maybe it'll help break the curse.
You should look at this book, Annyce.
Read Annyce to you, Swabby. This book, this is about Captain Wereshark and Flicka and the others. I don't understand. This is all a story. But where am I? Why aren't I in the book?
We found you dreaming in an Ayleid Ruin. You're under a spell. I entered your dream to wake you.
I remember it now. I remember it all. Damn it, Cres. You said I could finally escape, and no one would come for me. They wouldn't even know I was gone. That was the deal.
Deal? Did you ask for this?
Cres said that they would make it so I could finally live out my dreams. I could have this life, and they would take my place. I'd finally be free of Farmer's Nook, and my mom wouldn't ever need to worry about my life of piracy.
Well, that's not fair to her. And you'd both be living a lie.
I know. It was too perfect. I knew it was too perfect. Dreams don't last. That's why they're dreams. Just a few more moments. It was just getting good.
5 more minutes?
I just want to celebrate victory with the captain once before this is all over. Maybe steal a kiss before I go.
You mentioned Cres was behind this. Who is that?
Please, I can tell you about Cres when we're back in the ruin. Just leave me with the dream a little longer.
We head back to that portal. Oh, there are steps. Good.
You're awake! Good. It's been a while since I've worked any magic that didn't involve sleight of hand. Annyce is still soundly asleep. Could you not get through to her in the dream?
Oh, she wanted to enjoy the dream a little longer. She's part of Captain Wereshark's crew.
So, she stepped right into the story that's inspired her since she was little. That explains the ritual with that book. How better to keep her under the spell than to put her in a prison she wouldn't want to escape. Insidious.
That's not a prison. She made a deal with someone called Cres.
You're telling me this Cres didn't take her place? They traded for it? And not just her, but everyone here. What does Cres have to gain from these bargains? To infiltrate the town? What could a sleepy village offer someone who can create dreams?
What should we do with the dreamers?
The deal they made isn't so harmless as they might have believed. You've seen how frightened the villagers are. How many more need to vanish before Cres has whatever it is they want? They won't like it, but we should wake them and end this farce.
All right.
Here we go. Pray that a rude awakening is the worst they have to suffer. It's ready. Wake Annyce, and the curse will break.
Farewell, Captain.
No! He promised.
My gold! My sweet rolls!
Poor guy lost his sweet rolls.
Where am I? Where's my gold? It was right here!
This can't be happening. I can't be back here. This has to be a bad dream.
There are no sweet rolls here. Why are there no sweet rolls?
Oh, poor fella.
All right, so we're awake. Dreams shattered. A life of brooms and boredom ahead. Happy now?
I need to know about Cres.
Cres is different. They looked like Bugtail when they approached me, but his clothes were covered in ink and he seemed unwell. They confessed that they weren't who they appeared to be, but they needed my help.
You didn't find this suspicious?
Cres didn't look suspicious to me, just sad, vulnerable. They said they screwed up again, that they couldn't be who they were trying to be. Cres knew I didn't want to stay in Farmer's Nook, so they offered to take my place.
Do you know why Cres wanted to trade places?
I think they were running away too, from a life they didn't want to go back to. You know how many times I tried to do that? But I could never just leave my mom behind, alone. I thought we'd all be happy this way.
You think your mother would be happy with a substitute?
She would not.
Mother? I'm sorry.
If you wanted to be rid of me so bad, you could have sent a fake who did her chores.
That's how she knew.
Where are we? Some kind of tomb? Where's my treasure? Last I remember, I was in my treasure room.
You were under a spell. We woke you up.
Wait, so this is real? The dream is gone? My treasure's gone? Why would you do that?
The deal you made with Cres was a mistake. Your brother thinks you're dead.
Why would he think I'm dead? That's not what Cres promised. He said he'd just be me. He even agreed to do my chores. Was that all a bunch of hogwash?
No, Cres did pretend to be you. They just got drunk and fell in a bonfire.
Heck of a way to go. Wait, is Cres dead then? Damn it. I guess there's no hope making another deal.
How could you do this? How could you wake me? Cres said I would live in that dream forever.
What was your dream about?
It was a damned sight better than this. I had a castle, servants, suitors hanging off my every word. I had everything I ever wanted. You don't know what it's like for us, growing up. We had nothing. We still have nothing.
What about your brother, Hesef?
Hesef? Hesef seems happy with his plow and his pigs. He's a grown man, and more capable than I am at fending for himself. He doesn't need me anymore. And Cres was supposed to keep him company. We barely speak anymore as it is.
Your brother thinks you're dead. He's grieving for you.
Dead? Oh, Hesef, I never wanted that. I suppose I need to talk to him, like we used to. He deserves that much.
He'd like that.
So delicious, so moist, and rich and warm. So much frosting. This one can just barely still taste them.
What are you talking about?
The sweet rolls. The most delicious, moist, warm, fragrant sweet rolls to ever leave a baker's oven. Bugtail ate them often. Bugtail had them all.
Man, it sounds like a pretty damn good dream, to be honest. You had a dream about sweet rolls?
Yes! What else would one dream about? Have you never known the ecstasy of sweet moon sugar cream melting upon your tongue? This one has not tasted true sugar since he left elsewhere. He has missed it so.
Couldn't you have gotten sweet rolls without resorting to Daedric pacts?
So he could, if he were satisfied with iced rolls grown stale from weeks on the road. But when one offers the chance to have them at their freshest and most perfect, always and forever, why would Bugtail not take such a bargain?
Why indeed?
Much as I love a happy ending, we haven't quite reached the conclusion just yet. You should speak to Annyce's mother about the imposter. We mustn't let Cres escape.
Annyce was dreaming of being part of Captain Wereshark's crew. Is that why we saw pirates outside?
It could be that the two spells were mingling. That's not something seen often. Or perhaps it's simply that this Cres person was also inspired by Annyce's dream.
Why would they choose to become a poor farm girl then?
Why indeed? It's easy to guess what motivated these people to pursue their wildest dreams, but the workings of this Cres's mind are inscrutable. What would you do If you were them, would you leap at the chance to live a perfect fantasy?
Well, people need me here. I'd never abandon the real world. Although that dream about the sweet rolls is pretty damn tempting. I gotta admit it. But the world, it needs saving.
That's the rub, isn't it? Dreams are selfish things. To chase them, you risk leaving things behind, maybe everything. We all have to decide what we're willing to sacrifice in pursuit. Not everyone possesses your sense of obligation.
These people seem devastated by being woken from their dreams.
They have a look about them, one I've seen before. It's the look of a skooma addict, sick and desperate on the street, lost without their escape.
Will they recover?
With the help and support of those who love them, one can hope. Ultimately, it will be up to each of them to decide what's most important to them.
Oh, thank you for finding my girl. I'd never imagined she'd have gone to such lengths to get away from here. I should have listened sooner.
What are you doing out here?
I followed you. I was glad to see Annyce back in town. But I knew deep down that wasn't my girl, and watching her act the part made the worry in my gut so much worse. I had to see for myself.
Where did you leave the imposter?
Back at the Happy Crow. I told Braden he could put whatever she liked on my tab if it kept her occupied. If you wish to find the freeloader, that's where she'll be.
Thanks for the tip.
We will trust
I missed her, even in the dream. It was easy to get lost in the adventure at first, but I think it would have been harder and harder to ignore feeling homesick, knowing I couldn't go back.
Sorry, Alchemy, I heard you say something.
Try not to judge them too harshly for their grouchiness. We just ripped them from the most pleasant slumber they've ever experienced. We should be off at once to detain Cres. I'll be right behind you.
Right. Let's go get that Cresto. Just wonder why they don't get the followers like this to mount up as well. Surely she could call upon something. Or maybe she's just that fit. She can just run the entire distance, no sweat.
Hey, you! Have you seen Annyce? Have you seen Annyce? She ran off. I knew I shouldn't have let Hesef watch her alone.
Explain what happened.
Mile asked me to keep the girl occupied, so I kept her mug full and listened to her go on about her pirate stories. I was getting famished, so I asked Hesef to watch her while I made a stew. That was the last I saw her, until I heard Hesef calling.
What did he have to say about it?
They were playing cards when she just bolted out of her chair like a snake bit her and ran out the door. He chased her, but Hesef's not much of a runner. Said Annyce was headed east, out of town. Miles going to have my hide for this.
That's alright. The real Annyce is with her mother. They're on their way back now.
Hold on, real Annyce? Who was it we've been watching this whole time?
An imposter named Cres. Mael can explain. I need to catch up to them.
Wasn't that small shrine to Hermaeus Mora off that direction? I'd wager that's where Cres is headed.
I saw something along the path there before. I thought it was just a rabbit, but it did have a name, Mora. Is that a thing? I was hopping along I don't know if that was a thing or not. I have to go back and look at the video again. I'm pretty sure it was called Mora. I just thought to myself, oh, well, that must be what they call rabbits around here or something. In fact, let me just go have a look if it's up there. It was somewhere around here near this Spriggan. Amara. It's Mara, sorry. Not Mora.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. You're the one I don't know. Why are you here? I didn't run away again, I promise.
I know you're not really Annyce, Cres.
Excuse me? You don't even know me. I am Annyce. I can prove it. Ask me anything.
We already woke Annyce and everyone else.
I'm her twin sister. I can't be Annyce anymore. I know. Maybe I could be someone else. What about you? Can I be you?
No, Cres. It's over.
Enough of this charade, Cres. Off with your false face.
What are you? Ah!
You're a Daedra?
Wait! Don't hurt me. I didn't do anything. I just gave them what they wanted.
Why are you trading places with people in this town?
I just want to live. Like you. I'm so tired of watching. I don't want to go back. Don't make me go back.
Back where?
To the unbound library of the one who knows. To record what was observed. That is our purpose. To watch your lives and ink the details down. Day in, day out. Always the same. They know it too. The people here. That's why I offered an escape.
Why did you keep making these deals?
I kept getting it wrong. Being a person. Despite all I knew, I kept making mistakes. Bad, painful mistakes I couldn't undo. So I had to try again. And again. Life is hard, but that makes it interesting. Please, let me stay. Don't send me back.
I'll discuss it with my friend.
Yes, please. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I won't cause any more trouble.
Of all the places you could have chosen, why Farmer's Nook?
This is where the one who knows sent me. It is what I know. I thought I could live here and no one would treat me any differently. I could finally experience all the things I'd only observed. Friendship, love, family, mead. Mead was good.
Meat is good. Why did your master send you to watch this place?
To know, as they must. Your tiny pupil suggests that is insufficient. The one who knows seeks all knowledge. We observe so that all becomes known. We are the one's eyes, and we are multitudes.
Does that mean you're not alone out here?
Alone? I suppose I am. I had not considered that. I will no longer be a part of the one, but something separate. It's unsettling, but also exciting.
What will you do if you stay?
Well, I don't know what I'll do without a mortal form, but I'll think of something.
You can't just take on another form?
I need a mortal pack to do anything more than create an illusion. I traded dreams because they are the neighbor of knowledge and within my reach. I don't have much else to offer a mortal in exchange.
So it doesn't have to be dreams?
Correct. The terms are not important, only the bargain matters. If I find someone willing to form a less troublesome pact, then maybe I could stay.
Chris really wants to stay. If you don't return, won't someone come looking for you?
The one who knows watches most. The one seeks not to change, but to observe. If the one sees me here, they will know what was once unknown.
And what happens if we send you back?
I would return to Apocrypha and resume the catalog of all things until I've exhausted my knowledge, and the one who knows casts me into the world to observe again. That would not be, in mortal terms, for a very long time.
Alchemy, what do you reckon?
So, this pitiable creature wants to escape its lot in life too. Even Daedra dare to dream. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't feel some sympathy for its plight.
You both went to great lengths to escape your lot in life.
I know that suffocating feeling far too well, and the desperation to escape it. I know what it's like to be blinded by the need for liberation. Cres and I both caused more pain than we ever intended.
You want to be lenient on them?
Misguided as Cres was, I don't believe they acted in malice. There aren't many stories of compassionate Daedra, but it seems at least some of them might be true. The question is, does this little Daedra's story have to end in tragedy?
You have an alternative?
It may fly in the face of common sense, but I think Cres might have the makings of a fine player. They're a bit unrefined, but taking on a new role seems to come naturally, and they'll never forget their lines. I could sponsor them to the house.
Well, you know what? That sounds like a perfect fit for them. They should join your troupe.
I thought so, and my eye for talent is one of the best among the players. By the time Cres presents themselves before the Grand Maestro, I will have transformed them into a master thespian. I'll stake my reputation on it.
I have no doubt.
All's well that ends well, as they say. This certainly wasn't the direction I expected this story to take, but a good mystery always keeps you guessing. You were a grand co-star. If we ever adapt Investigator Vale for the stage, I'll be sure to call. All right, Cres. I have a deal for you.
You do? Does this mean I can stay?
No, not in Farmer's Nook, anyway.
Oh. Does it mean I don't have to go back to the library?
Yes, and you will get to live a great many incredible lives.
I can? What do you need me to do?
Watch and learn. You're going to be my apprentice. Now, let's get you a mask. Now, if you're going to be a proper hopeful, I'm going to need you to take a form similar to one of my players. Can you do that?
Oh, yes. With your help, that'll be easy. How is it?
You'll have no difficulty with brisk scene changes, certainly. Now, for a name that speaks to your soul, what about Dreamer?
Dreamer. I like that very much.
Alright, well, there goes Dreamer and Alchemy. I guess we'll see her again at some point. Oh, but first we've got to take care of this bog dog. Our journey, unless she's got more to say, I think perhaps they're done talking, lies to the north. Let's go that way. Got a way shrine over here. The Blood Run way shrine.